It is so refreshing when you get that beautiful cup of coffee and it just gets you in the mood to make a video and start your day. But unfortunately, there's actually nothing in this cup. It's just a prop, I thought it looked good with the whole fall vibe. So yeah. What's up everybody, Seth here, and today we are talking about filmmaking, and more specifically the mistakes or things to avoid in filmmaking as a beginner filmmaker, or even if you're a more experienced filmmaker. I know that all of the things or all the tips in this video are things that I personally have done or things that I've seen other filmmakers do while being an actor on set. The histogram is useful in filmmaking, making sure you have the right luminance or the highlights, shadows, midtones. All of that stuff is key with photography, but also in filmmaking as well. You want to make sure you look at it. You don't want any like crazy jagged things throughout your histogram. You want a nice flow through the histogram. If you have a lot of stuff on one side, you're either too dark. If you're on the other side, you're either too light. If you're in the middle, then you have really no highlights or shadows at all, and you're just kind of mid-tone is what you are. So you want kind of a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit in the middle, but a nice overall kind of like, it looks just like a horizon is basically what you're gonna go with. Fix it at the beginning so that way when you go into post-production, you don't have this super dark, super light image because everything looks better, or everything looks different, excuse me, on the LCD screen. Film in a flat color profile. Every camera has a flat color profile. It could be in your settings. I know that it's Cine D, I think, or yeah, Cine D in the GH5. That's like its standard, but you can also get a log file, which you could pay, I think it's $100 for the GH5. But all camera companies, Canon, Sony, Nikon, whatever, all come with a flat color profile. And some of them come with logs, some of them you have to pay for, etc. But make sure you always film in a flat color profile. This is a flat color profile, and so you want to film in this, and then you move over to this. As a beginner filmmaker, I always filmed in like the standard color profile, but after watching a few tutorials and things on YouTube and talking to other filmmakers, directors, director of photography, etc., I've since moved over to filming every single thing in a flat color profile. I'm even taking photos in a flat color profile because that gives me a good, gives me a lot of flexibility when editing in post-production. Being too thorough wastes a lot of time. I've been on set sometimes where I'll be there at 6 a.m. in the morning and I won't leave until 3 a.m. the next morning. Almost 24 hours of being on set. And that's because the director and the director of photography are being too thorough in everything. Say if you're shooting this scene right now, they want to get this angle, they want to get this angle, and 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 a close-up, and a close-up there, and a close-up there, and it's like all of these shots for this scene, and they're like, well, I want to make sure that I get everything, so that way I don't get to my post-production and realize, oh crap, I did not get this angle, and that's understandable. But have a shot list. Have a little piece of paper. If you're a filmmaker, a director, whatever you are on set, have a little notebook. I use my phone right here. I have it on like a little notes page, and I write down exactly what angles or what shots that I know I want to get, like minimum. Like I have to get those 3 shots, but anything else is a bonus shot. That way you keep things moving throughout the day. For my final tip, or my final mistake that a lot of filmmakers make, and that is hiding behind a tripod. I don't understand why I've done it too, so remember all of these things are something that I've done and mistakes that I personally have made, but I cannot stand this constant tripod type shot where you put the here, film the scene, put it here. Remember, going off of the last tip with all the different angles, if you're going to lock off the scene, yes, A tripod is good for maybe one shot or one scene here, maybe a scene here, you know, kind of spice things up with the different camera angles. But if you truly want to lock something off, put it on a slider and at least get some movement to the scene. Because putting that movement is just a little bit turn, maybe with the slider, will make the viewer it'll put the viewer in the scene more than just having it locked off the entire time. Remember, when you are a filmmaker, your audience is that camera. It's you guys right there. That is what you're performing to. And so you get to move the audience wherever you want. And if you always have them still, like they're in a movie theater, like they're already sitting still in a movie theater, so why have the shot still? Maybe move it a little bit, that way it feels like they're in the scene, they're almost kind of this orbit type of thing. That'll look so much better and create a whole different dynamic. Even if you're doing something cinematic, you don't need to always be locked off. Utilize movement to your advantage. If you're doing a horror film and you're doing this chase scene, have the camera, like, it doesn't have to have this huge rig. Like, you don't have to have a Movi Pro to get it. Now, the Movi Pro is useful in some situations where you want to get that nice steady shot or pass through or car scene or something like that, or even like a running scene. You may need to get that steady shot, but maybe you want to just utilize, like, I don't know, maybe you want to utilize like a Gorillapod here. And you can use this Gorillapod as just kind of like a stabilizer, so it kind of keeps it a little bit steady, but it's a lot more shaky. Because if, say, you're doing a chase scene where you're running, or you're doing a horror film, sometimes a little bit of movement will, like, it's kind of going off of putting the viewer in the scene, it'll really help in that aspect. I mean, look at war movies. When you're Saving Private Ryan, when they're on the beach in D-Day and they're fighting, that camera's like moving around as if it's like a first person shot of like you watching this scene going on, but you are also on the beach during D-Day. And having that little bit of movement and not hiding behind a tripod will help your films greatly. So that's all I got for you all today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you maybe learned something or realized that you were making some of the mistakes in this video and are on your way to correct those and become a world-class filmmaker. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Share this video with your friends. Hit that like button and make sure to hit that bell. Let you know whenever I upload new videos. And I hope you guys have a great day.